What is up, guys and gals? It's me, Thomas Fan01 here, and today we are back again with another Transformer figure review, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Transformers Legacy Evolution Toxitron Collection G2 Universe Autobot Mirage. And this is a figure that you can clearly see. I got it for $5 on clearance at Walmart. You can clearly see that. It is a very visible thing. I got it for $5. $5, people. $5. Yes, I bought this one, I bought Sideswipe, and I bought Laser Cycle for $5 a piece. I told you that in my last review, and in a live stream recently on Ultra Megatronus or something like that. I gotta remember his channel. I will leave a link to that live stream down below. And somebody did not believe me, and then I had to show them this specific packaging. It was either this one or it was Laser Cycles, and they now believe me. So, deal with it. Anywho, so now that you've seen the packaging, here we can take a look at the figure. And firstly, we'll take a look at the weapons and get that out of the way. So here we have, firstly, here we have one of his guns. And this would be the shoulder cannon if it was properly connectable, you know. So if Hasbro would have just given us a shoulder connection to this figure, then I would not be complaining as much right now. I really would not. And obviously, along with it, you also get this one. You also get the silver gun, and it is Blast Effects compatible, as is this one. So, you know, hey, there you go. And you store them on the vehicle. There are ports on either side of the car, and take it and just plug them in just enough to have guns. However, that's not why you buy this thing. The guns are not the reason you buy this thing. The reason you buy this thing is for the figure. And let's just dive into this awfully colored figure. And take note, I say awfully colored because Generation 2 was just it was a time when everybody was doing drugs and on psychedelics, and this is what they decided to come up with. Somebody did some drugs, because there's no way on earth that you would do something like this and then have this up on top and pink and green and then silver. What in what world do all of these colors match? I would like to know. But on the off chance, it was a chance to get this mold again, and I thought it was a pretty nice looking mold, and I was like, you know what? If I can get these guys, then great. The only one that I was unfortunately not able to procure was Breakdown, and I am kind of mad about that. And basically, this is just a repaint of the what was it? The Kingdom. The Kingdom Mirage, and that Mirage is the basis mold for Crasher, and Crasher's mold is, you know, it's the same mold basically, is what I'm saying. There's three versions of it now. Okay, not trying to sound like I'm going through midlife crisis here, because I'm definitely not. I'm in my 20s. So, anywho, this figure is basically just a weird one. So, anywho, going to get him into some scale comparisons, because y'all know we like those. So, here he is next to his Wavemate G2 Jazz. Here he is with our previous review. One of our previous reviews. Here he is next to the Generation 2 Sideswipe. And truly, this mold's weird. Or it's not the mold, it's just the paint job. And finally, here he is next to Laser Prime. Now, as I said previously, he is basically just he is a repaint of Mirage, the Kingdom Mirage. So its transformation is going to be exactly the same. So, Going to lift this up. At least this is what I do. I'm going to lift this up. That's going to basically untab everything. And you're going to just bring these up just to kind of get them out of the way. Then you're going to come down to these sections here. And these ones on this version of the figure are really tight. I couldn't tell you why. You're going to loosen them up. Then you're going to take this, unsplit it. Going to bring this, rotate it all the way around. I'm going to remove my Tonka cat hair from the figure, and then we're going to bring this leg section down. But before we finish it out, we're going to take this foot section, bring it down, and I'm going to basically make sure everything's secure, and then going to rotate it around like so. Next, do the same thing on the other side. Going to bring this down. Then we're going to bring this out, like so. Bring this all the way around. Fold this down. Fold this all the way in, like so. Rotate it like that. And then, there you go. Next, we're going to come to these sections here. We're going to bring the arms back down. We're going to bring this bottom panel up. Do the same thing on the other side. You're going to swing these panels around, like so. Take this panel here, going to untab it. On my copy of this version of this figure, this piece here likes to pop out of this hinge piece, so it's going to be a little sad. Yeah. You're going to bring this up. Going to rotate the head. To bring these around, like so. Close this back up. Close this whole section down, like so. There's a tab and a slot right there on both sides. Just clip it in. Take these shoulder sections, rotate them down, like so. And come to the fists, flip them out. Take the waist section, it's on a double hinge, bring that all down like so. And straighten everything out. Give him his weapons. Make sure he can stand properly. And there you have Generation 2 Universe, Toxitron Legacy Universe, or Legacy Evolutions, Toxitron Universe, Generation 2 Mirage. Jeez, I can't speak today. Anywho, here he is in his gloriously ugly robot mode. It's just seizure-inducing is all I can say. So, but anywho, as in for the robot mode, I mean, the head is green, the eyes are green. It's green, pink, silver, and smidge of blue just for fun. Oh, and there's a little bit of red here. But that's basically it. I'm not really oh, and if I have to add more, there's black as well. So, you know. But it's once again a figure that you could pull it off with almost any colors, but with these colors, I feel like he got lost in the 90s while somebody was on drugs, and this was the result. So, but anywho, now that we've seen his weapons previously, so we're going to get him into some scale comparisons. Y'all know we love them scale comparisons. So here he is with his wave mate, Legacy Evolutions Jazz, or G2 Jazz. Here he is with Generation 2 Universe Sideswipe. And here he is next to Laser Prime. Now comes the ranking. Now, I'm going to be brutally honest with everybody here. This figure does not deserve a very high rating. It really doesn't. But what am I going to rank it? Well, I'm going to rank it a 4. Actually, no. I'm going to be even more harsh. I'm going to rank it a 3.5. I'm ranking it a 3.5 because, number one, this mold specifically, that with this particular paint job, I'm not saying all versions do this, but my version of this mold is flawed from the beginning. Like, to get him into vehicle mode, this hinge joint right here, that head popped out of this hinge joint 4 times, and I had to literally sit there for like 20 minutes popping it back in, and I can't with this thing. I just can't. The second thing that I'm also not thrilled about is the fact that they keep on doing repaints of figures that, yeah, they're in Generation 2, yeah, they are repainted figures, but why do you have to do Generation 2? Like, Crasher was a very, very, very good use of this mold. Very good use of this mold. The Diaclone molds were a very good use of the Siege Sideswipe and the Legacy Skids mold. They were very good usages of that. So I don't understand what happened with this mold as to why this one particularly, I'm not saying all of them, but this one particularly, my copies specifically, I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened. The joints are tight in places where they're not supposed to be tight. The tab pieces feel like you're gonna break them when you try to get him into robot mode. I mean, I can't tear this figure down enough. So 3.5 is what I'm ranking this thing. I would not recommend you buy this one if you can avoid it, but I don't know what other people think of this mold, and I don't really care because only on this channel does my opinion really matter. But then again, if you don't like my opinion, you can take somebody else's, so I'm not going to say no. Not going to say that Optination's advice is worse than mine. Definitely not saying that. And also take note, this is just my opinion. You don't have to agree. So, but this figure is definitely not high up there. It's 3.5. So, anywho, this is Thomas Fenna1 saying, don't forget to check out Planet Toys, a world built by collectors, where you can get yourself a Studio Series scrap metal. We do have one on sale currently that is going on sale. If you get yourself signed up with them, you do get yourself a 10% off discount. Just letting you know that. And also, it's 10% off. So why don't you use that on the on sale scrap metal? Why don't you use that? Go ahead and use it. It's a good idea. So, anyways, go check them out, and I will leave a link to them down below. Also, do not forget to check out my other Transformers figure reviews, which I will leave a link to also down in the description below. And this is Thomas Fenna1 saying, don't forget to check out Optination reviews, Beastman reviews, Riveted reviews, Jordy's Rail videos, Patrick with the Y, iStar552, Bravely GG, and Take Along Productions. I know they all do some amazing work, and they have some amazing work down the road to come. So, this is Thomas Fenna1 saying, do not forget to keep playing with your toys. Don't forget. Goodbye.